few moments to honor
My
another
screen
great
share was
leader
backwards.
in our affordable housing movement. I'd like to invite Amy to the stage to offer her reflections on John Stewart, one of our movement's most formidable leaders and a very special partner and ally to NPH and all that we and our members, partners, and community stand for.
Thank you so much, Janice and Marianne, for that wonderful introduction. We're here to honor and pay tribute to John Stewart. He was an incredible leader, a passionate advocate for affordable housing, a brilliant businessman, and a true friend to all of us. John Stewart, chairman and founder of the John Stewart Company, passed away on September 5th after a 2-year battle with cancer. We lost a giant in our community, a person of great generosity toward NPH, along with his wife, Gussie, and a fierce proponent to the cause of affordable housing and progressive politics. He was warm, gracious, big-hearted, and will be dearly missed. Tonight, I'd like to invite all of us to reflect together through our personal stories and memories of John, and collectively to celebrate John's life and great accomplishments, even as we mourn his loss. I wish we could be together in person, as we've been sharing in the chat, to celebrate John over food and drink and hearty conversation, with seriousness and laughs, deep in politics and in community, as he would have wanted us to be. But I'm grateful that we can be together virtually to feel John's embrace of the NPH community, so many of us across generations that he mentored, inspired, charmed, and befriended. Before I started at NPH in 2015, I knew and admired John from afar. His reputation as an expert and dedicated leader in our community who was passionate about advocacy and had a big personality. He served on the NPH Board of Directors from 2007 to 2012, and I remembered him on stage bantering and building community, using humor and clarity to bring people together and to call to action, leveraging his many years of experience as a practitioner in the field. So one of the first things I did after I got this job, before I even officially started, was to attend one of the legendary annual NPH fundraisers at John and Gussie Stewart's house. John was warm and welcoming, but it would take time before John got to know me. Jack Gardner encouraged me to meet and talk with him, that John was like a big teddy bear, maybe a little bit intimidating, but gracious and generous of spirit, deeply knowledgeable, inquisitive, and committed to the NPH community. And Jack was right about all of that. The more I got to know John personally, the more I got to see how his work and leadership, he took on the hardest challenges, embraced complexity, saw the solutions. I got to see how people loved him from all walks of life. He inspired deep loyalty. He invested in people and organizations like NPH. With the John Stewart Company, he created a family, even as the company grew to 1,500 employees. And with a commitment to collective problem solving, he recognized how important it is that our community cultivates leaders and supports elected officials who champion affordable housing with ideas, fundraising, and friendship. He relentlessly and collaboratively pursued policy solutions and advocacy strategies. He was passionate about redevelopment and tax reform, and each and every complicated affordable housing development project. John loved and was beloved by our community. I'd now like to invite Jack Gardner, who has served as president and CEO of the John Stewart Company for the past 18 years and is only the second president of the company's 42-year history, to join me in sharing his memories of John. Hey, Jack, you joining?
Well, I'm here. I don't know if I'm going to appear or not. Hey, everybody. Thanks very much, Amy. It's a real honor and a privilege to be here with you all tonight on John's behalf. The first thing John would have wanted me to do is recognize and congratulate the other honorees this evening. So speaking on his behalf as an emerged but not elderly leader, Kudos to ELPN, which always throws the best parties, which John knew was the secret to any successful endeavor. Congratulations to Don for his good works. Congratulations to all the BayHip interns and frontline workers. And a special shout out with a great deal of personal pride to my sister Linda, who has always been one of the most effective, productive, and dialed in housing officials that John and I had the privilege to work with. Linda, I'll carry your books home from school anytime. John was all about recognizing and supporting others. From the nonprofits he partnered with before there was a property tax exemption, to the residents in our managed housing, to the employees of JSCO itself, many of whom come from JSCO properties or the communities in which they're located. John had a huge heart and a wicked sense of humor, matched only by his intelligence, his curiosity, his enthusiasm for life, and his passion for affordable housing and NPH. Basically, he was big in every sense of the word, and he lived life to the fullest. I think Bill Whitty at Related California described John really well when he said that John thought seriously, but didn't take himself too seriously, which I think describes John in a nutshell. Someone totally devoted to helping other people lead better lives, but who lived large, truly cared about and enjoyed the people around him, and had a hell of a lot of fun along the way. I've got way too many stories I could tell about John, his good works, and the fun we had together over the years. From his classical references, I mean, come on, the Sea of Marmara, Caesar's Wife, and who else knows the next lines after neither a borrower nor a lender be? Okay, I didn't before. But stories about his advocacy for higher taxes on himself and people in his income bracket. I mean, he organized an event on the steps of City Hall saying, tax us, we need to pay our fair share. To his help furnishing the homeless units on Treasure Island when they were first reoccupied, to his development of one of the first TODs in California. Too many to tell. So I will instead just direct you all to the lovely tribute video we've put together to honor John, and the memory page we created as a venue for people to reflect upon and share their own memories of the big guy. Both can be accessed through the JSCO news section of our website at jsco.net. I encourage you to visit John's page, watch the video with its many cameos from politicians and John's family, read the memories posted by others, and contribute your own pictures and stories about John. They say that people live on in the things they accomplished in life and the people they touched and affected along the way. If that's true, as I believe it to be, then there's a heck of a lot of John still in this world, and there will be for many, many generations to come. We're proud to carry on John's legacy of providing beautiful, affordable housing for those who need it the most. His was a life very well lived. I know he would rather be here with all of us tonight than where he is now. And we'll all carry his spirit within our hearts as we go forward. So thank you very much on John's behalf. During the last couple of months of his life, he couldn't drink anymore. So every time I went over to his place, he would insist on making me a huge martini. And I'd be like, John, I gotta go back to work. He's like, you're turning the founder and the chairman down? I'm like, no, I'm not, John. Fill the glass. So here's a toast to John Stewart. John, I know you're keeping him laughing up there, big guy. Keep up the great work. Thanks for everything. Thank you, NPH. John and Gussie and I all appreciate the honor very much. Cheers.
Cheers, Jack.
Good one, John.
What a beautiful tribute. And we love and miss John, and we're so grateful to John and Gussie for all their tremendous support. And Jack, we're so grateful that you can carry on John's legacy and leadership into the future, and all of the properties out there and all of the residents. His legacy lives on. So please share your memories and your stories in the chat box and at the John Stewart memory page. Continue to honor John. And Jack said, no holds barred. So I don't know what that expression means exactly. I think it means just like tell it all.
Oh, don't hold back. John would be disappointed in all of you if you didn't post funny stories about his fly being down while he was presenting to the Board of Supervisors or whatever the hell. And so everybody keep on fighting the good fight, but take care of yourselves and others in the process, just like John would have wanted us all to. So again, Amy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jack. And now back to you, Janice and Marianne.
What a beautiful tribute, and so beautifully put. And, you know, all I have is a water martini. But the glass is nicer than the margarita glass. I really appreciate the moving words. Amy and Jack could not have been more beautifully stated. And thank you for that. John leaves a huge hole in everybody's hearts and lives, but as you said, an amazing legacy to carry on. And I was watching the comments in the chat box, and there's so many wonderful tributes there. So God bless you all. Continue with forward with a legacy that has begun.